Hey, what's up guys, your boy Ruff here, and today I'm starting a new series called Ruff Talks. And basically it's going to be stuff not pertaining to bodybuilding. And as you can see today, we're going to be talking about anime. And basically I've got a couple different topics. Let me just crunch that back out. In this jar here, or this is a bowl. And I'm going to kind of keep it limited to 2 minutes. I think I may want to go and do separate videos later on specific anime topics. But I'm just going to give you a gist on how I feel about these ones and my thoughts on it real quick. Because I want to do about 5 and I don't want to make the video too long for you guys. Because everyone has these short attention spans nowadays, right? Alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Cool. Starting with Naruto today. Definitely my favorite anime of all time. I watched it as a child, and then I kind of fell off with anime, and that's the anime that got me back into watching anime as an adult. Just everything about that show was awesome. If you guys didn't know, my favorite character is Might Guy. When he opened that 8th gate, when he was fighting Madara, it was ridiculous. The aura was like his blood, and like he bent space and time. Like Madara claimed he was the strongest, and it was crazy. It was a crazy fight. And a similar, taking off from that one, the Rock Lee and Gar fight was also amazing. I remember the scene when Rock Lee, he asked Guy, he's like, "Can I take off my ankle weights?" And my guy was like, "Do it." And like he took them off and he dropped them, and like everyone was talking shit like, "Oh, that's not gonna do anything. Gar's still gonna whoop that ass though." And then he took them off, and they made these big ass craters in the ground, and everybody was like, "Oh no!" And he just disappeared and started kicking and whooping ass, and had Gar on the run for a good minute. And I just tell you, man, like it was pretty cool to see these two guys who didn't have any, spectacular, overpowered ninjutsus or Kekkei Genkai, like the Sharingan that can spam out a whole bunch of bullshit, and see these guys, whoop some butt and have some actual talent. But yeah, those are some of my 2 favorite scenes in the Naruto series. All right, let's see what we got next. We got trash. All right. Most people probably have not heard of this. It was out for a short period of time in like the early 2000s maybe. It's a fucking anime called Bobobo. Weirdest shit I've ever seen. You will lose points on your IQ, and everyone on the street will be dumber for you just watching the show. Basically, it's this buff ass dude, 70s looking dude, almost like Johnny Bravo-ish dude, and his superpower is he can control his hair on his here. He can make his nose hair super long into whips, and they could beat people and grab them. And he has like a secret compartment in his afro, and yeah, that's really weird. And he can throw the afro like a frisbee. On top of that, his favorite hobby is to cross-dress. So oftentimes you'll see him fighting in a dress or some type of maid outfit, which is really weird. And I honestly don't remember much from the show. It was on Toonami for a little bit, and I honestly didn't watch it very much. But I do remember one scene where he actually fought a piece of shit. And I don't mean like a bad person piece of shit. I mean like it was a piece of shit that he fought. And yeah, it's trash. Don't watch it. You can Google and see the images, but it's dumb and a waste of your time. Alright, enough of that. Dragon Ball Z. Cool. Dragon Ball Z. Probably most people's first anime that they've seen in the States. Dragon Ball Z was great. Definitely my favorite character had to be Trunks. I don't know, I think a lot of people love Trunks just because he was like a future dude or whatever. It was the cool thing back in the day. I didn't watch a lot of Dragon Ball. That was a little bit before I got into it. But Dragon Ball Z was was really, really cool. Had some of the coolest villains too, I have to say. Boo was an awesome villain. Cell was an awesome villain. Frieza, the androids, they did a really good job with the arcs in my opinion. And to see like to see some of the transformations that these guys made, it was pretty cool. One of my favorite scenes from that show was actually just the Boo fight, man. When he became Kid Boo and all these different transformations that he had, it was a lot different than what I've seen, you know, with the past fights. It wasn't like your traditional, oh, I'm gonna level up Super Saiyan 2, 3, whatever. It was something different. Like he took on different personalities from these different things that he did. That is all I remember there. Alrighty. Let's see what we got next. 7 Deadly Sins. This one is easily becoming one of my favorite shows out right now. I want to say it's a toss-up between that one and maybe My Hero Academia. But yeah, 7 Deadly Sins is pretty badass. If you guys don't know, my favorite character is definitely the dude from the season 2 or 3, depending on whatever Netflix decided to do with their seasons. Escanor. Escanor, the Lion Sin of Pride, is the most badass dude I've ever seen. Dude, the 2 fight scenes you've seen him in, it was just like, they wrote him very, very well. It wasn't like an ass pull type thing where, oh, I'm just gonna get Ultra Instinct in the middle of a fight and yay. No, the dude was just touted as being the most badass dude from the get-go. And it's always funny because the 10 Commandments always used to be like, you're so prideful, you can't beat me. And he's like, yeah, I can, bro. Who decided that? Who decided that? Oh man, it was crazy when he fought I can't think of his name. Oh my goodness. The other dude, name starts with an E, the 10 Commandment, and the one that he had everybody else, you know, weak because they wanted to kill him because they hated him. And you see Escanor just stomping up, walking up to him, 10 feet taller than him, and he just looks down at him and he's like, I don't hate you. I don't hate anybody weaker than me. I pity you. And I'm like, dude, this dude is legit he embodies his sin more so than any other character in the show. Hands down. I talked about him the whole 2 minutes. And that's because he is legit my favorite anime character at the moment. It used to be my guy, but now it has become Escanor, and I'm so excited to see more of him. Dude is incredible. Even when he's smart too. When he was fighting Knight with the old elf king and the giant king, and he's like, why don't we just fucking hit these dudes? They're right there. Instead of fighting each other, let me just kill these dudes right now. So he's the strongest, and he's not dumb, which is another plus, right? But that is time up for that one. Definitely make another video if you guys are interested in that. All right. Oh man, Berserk. Definitely a different tone than every other show I've listed so far. Berserk is definitely one of the saddest anime I've ever watched. It starts off with these 2 guys, Guts and Griffith, and they meet up, they become friends, long story, blah blah blah. And Guts decides to leave one day because Griffith says, you know, in private to some girl that if a person doesn't have their own dreams, they can't be my real friend or my equal or whatever. So Gus is like, all right, bro, I'm gonna go. You said it, I'm gonna leave. But Griffith didn't know he heard it, and Berserk didn't say, he didn't tell him that he heard it, which is common in every fucking anime. It's like, you got the time, just tell him what's going on. But so he leaves. Griffith becomes all butthurt and sad. And he does something really, really stupid. He sneaks into the king's daughter's, the princess's room, and he goes to town. He goes to town with the princess. I don't want to give away too many. I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but he does that. Some bad shit happens to the point where he becomes useless. can't do anything, right? And then, man, so in the end of the series, basically, spoiler alert, whatever, spoiler alert. I want you to go see this movie. If you haven't seen it, stop the video, go watch it, then come back, and then we can cry about it together. All right, good. So, so I'm going into more details since I said that. So basically, you guys saw it. He gets tortured, and they slice him up to the point where he can't use any of his limbs, and they starve him, and they cut his tongue, and it was, oh, dude, and you're just waiting like, oh man, maybe Gus is gonna save him. He's gonna be able to move. Everything's gonna pick back up. They're gonna find some stupid ass healing thing and get him back to normal. But that doesn't happen at all. That doesn't happen. he is still basically a vegetable, and everyone's trying to cope with it. And something I forgot to mention, I don't remember much, but he had this weird ass demon heart thingy, and somehow he unlocked it in the lake. Don't remember much about that part. And so anyway, he becomes this demon, but in order to become this demon, he has to sacrifice his whole team, all the people that have been with him since day one, and he does it without even thinking about it. He is fucking heartless as shit. He's like, yo, go have them, bro. I don't care about these people. They suck anyway. And they let me get fucked up. Yeah, so his whole team gets slaughtered, and basically you got Guts trying to hold these demons off, and in the process he loses an arm and he loses an eye, and then they hold him down, and then Griffith. So this is another girl in the show. I forget her name, but basically the woman is they're together. Guts and the woman are together, and so Griffith's like, "Yo, bring the girl over here," and he does some unspeakable shit to her that I don't even want to talk about, and it messes her up so bad that she loses her memory and reverts to being a child. And that's basically the end of the movie. It's like there's no redeeming factors in it. It's just like, oh man. But if you guys are interested, if you didn't know, there is a series that continues after I think the 3-movie part series. I didn't really like it, to be honest with you guys. It had the same issue that Brotherhood had, where it was kind of all over the place, and then it'd be cool if they condensed it. I'm sorry, it had the same problem Full Metal Alchemist had, but they condensed that to Brotherhood. So if they could do the same with the Berserk series, that would make it probably a lot better. Don't see that happening though. But if you guys want to see what happens, you can watch that series and kind of figure out and tell me what happens, because it was just like, man, it was like, it shouldn't end this way, but it did. Yeah, Griffith, and then another thing I forgot, Guts got cursed, so now demons are always trying to kill him. So you got his girlfriend doesn't remember anything, and she's a baby basically. She's like a 10-year-old, and then you got him who can't remember, who's getting chased by demons every fucking day, and he lost his arm, and like life sucks. Yeah. Alright, so that was my couple today. I definitely want to do some maybe 5, 6, 7 minute videos on each one of those, because I had so much more to say, but I didn't want to make the video too long. But until next time, guys, peace.